Zdravím na Twitch, zdravím na YouTube. Kontrola kvality českých koníků. Magnum 11.6. BBL versus Team Liquid 6.4 stav. První mapu prohráli, každopádně tohle je jejich pick, takže věřím v otočku. A že ještě uvidíme věci. Let's go. Like and subscribe. Seriál pod tlakem. Kolik má skoro ten bot? Kolik má skoro ten bot? Bot has nuts cipher operátor. Pěkně kilo, z 93%. A na YouTube to není vidět, na YouTube. Vidíš na straně? Jak tam je ukázaný stream elements. Ale nevadí, kamo. Tady to stačí.
Bit of mid-rounding from BBL, Sociable only able to clear the corner, but Kiko, the healthy player, happy to help.
Yo! Sedni si! Český ručičky. Dobrá ultina. Co? Jak to nehytlo tu sovu? Co je kompozice? To je ty navařili, ty Team Liquid kamarádem. Něco takového chtěl hrát, nevím. Nožík. Počkej to, kdy to jde do třetí mapy, no bude do třetí mapa podle mě. Magnumovi to nelepí nějaká na to, že má 13 killů. Hraje se potom to ještě něco? Hrajou Navi a Apex, ale to možná pásne půjdeme hrát. Bych to viděl. Budu koukat tam po očku, jako Navi Apex se mi nechtějí koukat celý, ale nebudu hat. To jsou legit dva nejhorší týmy asi. Jestli vyhraje BBL nebo Liquid, to nevím kámo, ale chtěl bych vidět Ascent, nice. Čistka. 14.6 Magnum, to jede. Zítra po zítří, Cinema zápasiče, to se podíváme. Snad. Tak ukaž.
Levin is looking. Does he want to disrespect this smoke? Nats doesn't have the right idea, and so Levin gets the opener. But while this has all been happening, right, it's a complete fake on C. And BBL know that after the initial aggression, they can go and re-clear towards A. Go back side, only with a double tap, yet to equip it, fighting out solo, fearless, he falls, Sociable following it up. With that second layer of Levin levied over their heads.
Kolik hrají M8? 5 myslím, ne?
5. Yeah, not only that, you look
towards
the layers that are happening on screen as well. Levin's been deposited late.
Bude livestream zápas s komikou, no jo, ale nebude tady. Bude na Landcraftu jenom. Protože... On si vzal trapu omylem. Ten je... Čum. To je jedna z nejhorších... Čum, vrtačky. To je jedna z nejhorších mechanik, co v té hře je. Že... Brukující sova je po piči, by the way. Všude molotovům, vole. Seriál, kámo, ty jsi tak špatnej, ty pičo, ty jsi tak strašně špatnej, kámo.
He's just turned his head. And now Liquid have to go, try and re-clear towards this B side, and BBL are sitting waiting. Levin takes those every day of the week, but shouldn't be getting any more. It's Kiko to peek into him next.
Ještě na domině FPS. Je špatně optimalizovaná ta mapa prostě. Sociable. Rookie. Sunset bych si klidně zahrál. Ale aktuálnímu map-poolu, perfektní map-pool pro mě by byl, kdyby odebrali split a přidali zpátky Abyss a Breeze konečně, vole, a byl bych nejšťastnější. Breeze ten přijde, no. Breeze přijde s tím Harborem, podle mě. A bude se tam hrát. Ležit. To je další pattern, jakoby, co dělá Riot. Všimněte, když vyšel Težo, tak přišel zpátky Fracture a Sabina, ahoj Sabina. Ahoj Sabina. Magnum.
BBL have got the rest of the pack. It's just 2 players left on Liquid side. Kiko was trying to thin out the herd with the ult to help the mid push. But now, the numbers are stacked against them, and this is for the map. It's been over in a flash. Patty revealing his position. The 2v1 begins
Magnum.
with his death.
My ultimate is ready.
Well, you've got to rely on Kiko. And everybody knows where he is, and on top of that, he's stunned up, time's ticking away. You're expecting BBL now to take this. In fact, it's almost a BBL guarantee. Gets the first. Looking for one more. You see that BBL are just stalling for time. They know exactly what they need to do. We're looking at Ascent here, Haza, and what that third map holds for us as we move on to that with a BBL win. BBL battering Liquid.
Rytmus je starý, ale to... Starýho psa novým kouskům nenaučíš. No nic, seriál 2, pozor! Pozor, dámy a páni. Co tam je za kompozice? Bez sovy? Kamo, proč hraje Sociable Fateku? Jako na komba, jo? Kámo.
Magnum baiting in with the audio cue, but he's the next on the chopping block. As the defenders to get yourself in
BBL neměli prohrát, kámo.
Liquid now investing pieces of their own to start fighting market.
Nice. Parádní double pick.
Opens up an opportunity right now for BBL to manipulate, and Kiko all alone right now. He's going to hold off the site as long as he can. Prophet, brilliant position to cut off this rotate. Has found the first of the kills. Nat's the next.
Pane bože, ghostem.
With a ghost
Ghostem ho.
when he had a rifle and then picks up the Vandal instead. It's a weird situation to be in, a 2v2 with every single player isolated. Don't want to give a 1v1, and BBL trying to link up the last 2 remaining. In the info, but
samozřejmě jsem biased, ale B main není sova, ale ten Ascentka má tolik míst, kde to sova jako bejčí, ale. Kámo, ten jeho přízvuk, vole, co to je?
That's not really nothing to talk about. Needs to be clean face, needs to win it cleanly, which he cannot do.
Vyhrál na mé bonus.
Anti-tail combo. A lot of the combinations were like, you'd see the grab well, plus like the...
Nemyslíte zdraví, aby někdo s takovou angličtinou komentoval, kámo. To je, kdyby šel komentovat já, jakoby, chápeš? Je to prostě jako blbý, vole. A že oba bychom měli jakoby zapracovat na té angličtině. Nechápu, že jako je to rozenej mluvčí, ale stejně, vole. No podle mě jsou lidi, kteří se přeučili jakoby přízvuky. Něco komentovat tak. Nějaký herec, ne? Však herci to takhle mají. Který známý herec to je, kámo? Nějaký známý herec, jak svině. Tak si kvůli rolím, jakoby, změnil přízvuk. Arnold, toho nebudu to, víte, kterýho myslím, tak ten, že jo, piloval angličtinu jak svině, aby neměl to. A stejně se mu to nepovedlo, ale tak... Tom Holland to nevím. A nějaká typka, no prostě, že nějaká Kurva! Australanka, kámo, outlaw. V Austrálii má jaký divnou výslovnost, tak prostě si to lidi přeučí, vole. Ten byl? Smějete se nemocným lidem, že? Jo, milý Bobby Brown to je, Bertix, to jsem myslel. To jsem myslel, tu, že jo, Eleven z To se Stranger Things. Ona mluví úplně jinak IRL, než mluví... Imo 2. Ty jsi takto profesionální rank. Ty hraješ solo teďko? Proti něm dvou? Yeah. Yeah.
They've even invested the Armageddon on top of that. Even had a chance from window, but can't quite capitalize. It spams City, and it seems like Team Liquid are coming in on top. A 2v3 to try and clutch up from, but it will not happen. It is something that they'll get massive value from as their ultimates, like Dimensional Drift, Armageddon, Nightfall, No Command, and Cosmic Divide, and that's what we're seeing right now. We need to see BBL convert from an unused. Trying to do. Eleven has TP'd into the backside with the sound cut from the Nightfall, but now they know he needs to hit the shot.
Ale čet, jakoby to je prostě Ascent Defend s Double Sentinelem, no. Co ti povím? Ten bonus měli vyhrát BBL.
How does BBL even try and get that one back? Like they're just exploring the map. Trying to find a way into the back lanes and
proč do půl to šlo přeskočit bez zvuku, do piči?
Take duels, etc. Liquid know where the gap lies. Trying to plug that space exactly, and Serial will do so. Triple kill, one for confidence. The trap that's been placed. Magnum goes searching alone, and as I said before, it's the solo player. He used the knife early to get the B space, but you know we're only 10 seconds away from him having a second 0 point here, and now they don't have the ult to hit the site either. So. Hung out to dry.
Proč není Magnum na first contact? A na 11.
Out from short, peeking, seeing what's there. Sociables looking for the sound sensor. Finally, Cotton's onto it.
Aha, Bartem.
As the mesh is about to fall on A.
A už taky je si nepamatuju, kam se pamatuješ líp než já.
BBL to give this one a go. Still Yumpy hanging around in the belly of the beast. Cosmic Divide coming in. Set up for a short push. It's main where they're going to go. That switch player isolated. Serial left alone. I think like BBL are trying to fake out towards the B after they break the trap in mid, but again, as you say, but it's Kiko playing behind it. That's the issue. Yumpy finding a deposit to work with into but Sociable still needs to worry about one. Patty playing within his own team's smoke. Although it looks like Sociable has been identified, his Patty comes right on through and makes it by breaking the trap mid and like trying to force a rotation from the A side. Obviously that's not what happened.
Kdy má radě splashku, co říkal, že Mini nemůže být dobrý IGL a Mini dal match MVP proti Liquid a vyhrál.
Oh, this is a really heavy investment. Super early Armageddon that comes across lane. So while that space had been cleared out, BBL bail on the situation. Another A site which they'll go towards. Magnum
ani nemají zbraně. Nemůžou vyhrát BBL podle mě. Řekl a snažil se to jinxnout. Ale jako s čím to chtějí vyhrát, jako byl, že... nevím, s čím to chtějí vyhrát, jako tady.
Prophet thrown into the snake pit, he falls. Serial adding further woes to the BBL side as Liquid bolster their lead with
the BBL Jumpy, myslím, ne?
Team culture so important for both. Mentioned by Lohan on the Liquid side, but for BBL.
No, ale nepamatuju si to, kámo, vždycky je už vytěsnit ty pičoviny. Něco ze Splitem to bylo, no, nějaký týpek tady přišel, ale zahádat.
Camo happy to take that timing mid-round. Big kill onto Yumpy. Well, towards the B site we look. Levin trying to get something and Kiko's so
rage bait, Camo, jde do
piči. Gets the trade out, but still more players to worry about. And
tak Camo, co prohrávají za duely BBL, ale už.
Seems to just go Team Liquid's way.
Drone is massive. Patagot is massive.
Utility and how overwhelming it can feel at times. BBL
nemají dobrý ascent, ty BBL, kámo. Běhají furt nějakou utilitou v ruce. Jinx! Skoro jsem to jinxil, kámo.
It's the newest player into the side. is going to have to go ahead and win BBL there first. With only 50 points, oh. The players in a tap of the spade. But look at Kiko, he was away. Oh, but look at Nats.
Ten chlapák zase najvětší kouty než svaly. Kamo, já tak na stejnou volem.
At the same time, we look towards the main once again. There's already a clear flank coming through. Kiko out through heaven, getting to.
Čím jak dlouho trvalo mu zabít toho Jampyho a stejně neumřel.
Hemorrhaging players. And there's nowhere to go. The annihilation, the through shot is stuck through door. Identified. Profit needs to come up. Pure, cannot do it. Putting his foot down, as he said, pedal to the metal into middle, patty double, nearly a third. Yampy had a chunk taken out of him.
Komerční sponzor.
Well, the knife is not going to land for all too much value. It's the
Armageddon. Halus, ani jedno kolo jsem neviděl Liquid, BBL jít pro utility. Jakože tam ani jedno kolo neníčí Sentinel utility s tím težem. To je tragédie. Totální tragédie, kámo. Tým. Bylo 5 Lituánců, kámo. Magnum, no. Magnum incident, ty vole.
Yeah, need to try and get something here. Profit, at least getting one. Oh, hello, two. Unable to escape the salvos, but an advantage now for BBL to work with.
Nebude Magnum incident. Tam byl boom, myslím, že jo, no.
Even the score, get the odds back in their favor. Twice as many players. 2v4 for the old heads. And identifying exactly where the Tejo is. Closing the door, but the timing's insane from Nats. Patty can't quite get it to work. And now Nats escaping up towards him, and the footsteps will be heard, but there's no way that he clutches up from here. Nats has already had his impact in this series. Now he wants a little bit more. It's a 1 versus 1 right up behind. Yampy in his face to get that first round off the board as BBL break the ice. And then try and exploit it. And that's those combos. And the big thing for BBL is they cannot let Team Liquid set up with the double initials. Sorry. Timing on the Prowler is absolutely horrid.
Alkan prostě, chápeš? Proč se kurva jmenuje Alkan? To má jak Novák tam.
Profit finally spotting out.
GG Alkané, vole. GG Buráku.
Back into short they go. That's Nat's position. Profit looking to hold the line for what could be the last time. Support arriving. The captain's on the scene. It's Yampy to drag Liquid down. Spike down, and the last 2 remaining players on BBL reconvene.
Magnum má judge.
They still have 2 flashes on Magnum to work with.
Škoda, že nemá Magnum line up na antiplan.
Finishing off this map here and now.
Mickey!
Magnum on the drop down.
Proč se nenechal ten just?
Phantom is good. Nice stall out from BBL.
Turecká liga je velká, Bartem.
The triple initiator doing really well right now. The timing was completely off there as well as Liquid looking to get up in their face. Yampy.
Co to kurva bylo? Od notebookáře. Ta kamera, ne, tohle není. Pošli mi ten klip, kámo, jestli Chamber trapa, prosím, kámo, já se poseru, ale prosím, pošli mi to, kámo.
Magnum's knife in the next 10 seconds, but I don't think he's going to get a heads up on this short play.
Oh,
he needs to be careful, but I don't even know if Liquid are going to commit to this properly, right?
Oh,
brilliant angle from Magnum. Just saw through
kurva,
the
Mickey, najdi to. Prosím. Já se dám na alert, nedělám si prdel. Nedělám si prdel, co to na alert, kámo. Někdo říká si Chamber trafa.
Magnum gave us a 360 helio. Yeah. And he'll need to give us more than that right now. Can he send Team Liquid's head spinning?
Co za nadávku, kámo, je to Chamber trafa. Je zpátky.
Finally he falls. Liquid in position. 3 versus 2 situation.
Je zpátky seriál Netflixový.
It is just that horn and the salvos when the time arrives. Listen, probably waiting to use the C's and the salvos at the same time. As identifies Sociable making his way through A main. Yampy, a chance to isolate, sees the gun barrel but can't win it. Now a 1v3, which cannot be won out. Team Liquid
Pískej. Konec videa.